What's going on, peeps? Today we're going to be talking about the 9 keys to creating a highly lucrative offer, meaning an offer that actually sells, an offer that you can rely on consistently to bring in, sustainable income for you, meaning an offer that you can actually expect to be making $5,000 to $50,000 a month with. And the reason I'm picking those numbers is because I started around $2,500, quickly moved up to $5,000 a month until I figured out how to be making $50,000 a month with an offer. And I want to show you exactly the 9 keys that are necessary for a highly lucrative offer. Most offers that don't sell well, they don't fit the criteria on what to lay out here in front of you. So here they are. Does your offer, and by the way, when I say offer, I mean like an ebook, a course, or a coaching program, or all three, something that offers all three together, like a bundle. So does it promise a highly desirable result? This alone, like you can base a whole successful launch on an offer just on this question alone. Does it promise a highly desirable result? Meaning, does it promise, does it allow somebody to get an end result that they would dedicate their life to getting? Is it something people really want, or is it something that they kind of want? There are all types of offers out there, and if you offer something that doesn't really promise a highly desirable end result, the chances of it selling really well are kind of slim, or at least the chances of you being able to charge a high price for it are very slim. You might be able to sell a lot of something like a fidget spinner or something, but you can't really charge much for it because it doesn't solve that big of a problem. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you can charge for it. So does your offer promise a highly desirable result? What are some examples of highly desirable results? Well, there's lots. Let's just pick some obvious ones right now. Okay, a highly desirable result is a sexy looking body. That's one. Another one is more money. Another one is health, pain-free living, relationships. Somebody wants to get into a relationship. They want to start dating. They want to fix their marriage. They want to be able to train their dog so their dog can behave. They want to, they want to be able to save money. They want to, like a DIY project. DIY project to save money. They want to live longer. These are very highly desirable. If someone comes to you and says, hey, I can actually get you to live 10 years longer with this program, and you're fully convinced of that, you're probably going to buy it. I take supplements all the time. I spend a lot of money on supplements because I think that they're going to help me live longer and live better. I take a supplement for my brain. I take a supplement for my lungs. I take a supplement for my hormones, right? Ashwagandha for my hormones, like lion's mane for my brain. I take cordyceps for my lungs. Take a bunch of different supplements. Those are just natural herbs, but I'm spending money on them because I want to live longer, I want to live better. If I had a dog, I would pay for a dog trainer. If I wanted to save money, I'd buy a DIY project. If I wanted a relationship, I'd maybe get a relationship coach or something, like an intimate relationship. Or if I had a wife and I want to keep my marriage together, I want to pay for marriage counseling, right? If I wanted a really sexy looking body, I've paid for programs to have a sexy looking body. I've paid for programs to make more money. I've paid for programs to improve my health. Like, these are all things that people have paid for. I have never paid yet for pain-free living. Maybe I'm too young for that. But I've paid to get out of pain, like I paid to go to chiropractors. So these are highly desirable results. Okay, let's move on. I think you get the point. Next, does it have a QER? Does it have a quantifiable end result? And let's just touch on the last point. I said I've paid to go to a chiropractor. Why did I keep paying to go to him? Because he promised a quantifiable end result. He showed me my x-ray, and it was like that. My neck was like that. And he's like, quantifiably, we can get you to like that. We can straighten you out. Get you from that to that. It's quantifiable. You can literally measure the inches of spinal flexibility or spinal improvement. So he promised a quantifiable end result. He's like the busiest chiropractor in all of. In fact, he has more reviews. He's not my best friend, actually. His name's Ali. He now has more reviews than any other chiropractor in Canada because he offers a quantifiable end result. Most chiropractors, you go in there, they just do a couple of adjustments and you're gone. Ali's like, no. You're here right now. We want to get you to here. This is going to take a while. This isn't going to happen overnight. And if you don't get like this and you stay like this, there's going to be major problems that come your way. And so he shows people all the problems, and he shows people what they can get, and then he signs them up for a program. And then they come in and they, get help consistently. So he offers a quantifiable end result. Your program has to do the same. Whether you're selling a sexy looking body, you have to be able to attach a number to it. Whether it's a sexy looking body, money, pain-free living, relationships, training your dog, marriage counseling, whatever, living longer, there needs to be a number attached to it in some way, shape, or form. Be creative here. Let's say your job is to get people happy. Well, how do you quantify happiness? What do we do when we're happy? We laugh. Can you count the times you laugh in a day? Can you count the times you smile in a day? Yes. Can you count the duration that you've smiled? Yeah, you can go in a mirror and you can literally smile for 20 minutes like this. And if you do that for 20 minutes a day, you're probably gonna be very, very happy. And then, you can quantify it, not just the end result based on how many times you're laughing or how many times you're smiling each day, but you can also quantify the practice that you put into it. Stare in the mirror for 20 minutes and smile. It's actually proven to work, by the way. Just FYI, in case you're feeling depressed, just smile in the mirror. Next. Oh, by the way, and the reason you want to have a quantifiable end result is because this is going to separate you from all the airy-fairy offers out there. There's tons of airy-fairy offers that don't do anything. There's some offers out there that say, oh, we promise to help you understand this world better, or we promise to help you live a better life. We promise to help you achieve more abundance. Like, what does that even mean? There's no number attached to it. The offers that promise something very highly desirable and attach a number to it, crush it. These offers are the best. Okay. The next, though, you want to think, is there a similar offer that's already selling? And chances are, if it's a highly desirable result and has a quantifiable end result, there's going to be offers that are like that are already selling. If there's not, be very suspicious as to going into that, and ask yourself, why not? Why is this a ghost town? If it truly is a highly desirable result, if the end result is quantifiable, if it's objective, it's measurable, why is nobody else offering it? Okay, be highly suspicious of offers like that. Also, make sure your offer is legal. Don't try and offer anything illegal out there. Be legal. Next, is it specialized for a niche? If it's not, you're going to get overlooked super easily. But as soon as you niche down, you all of a sudden stand out. So this is paradox. It's like when you decide to help less people, you're actually able to help more people. It's very paradoxical. But here's why it works. It's kind of like, think about this. Would you rather go and pay a general doctor, just a generalist, kind of knows a bit about everything? Would you rather go and pay a generalist doctor, or let's say you had a very rare disease? Let's say you had, I'm going to make up a name. Let's say you had picocyosis Lyme disease. That's not a thing, by the way, and if it is, that's insane because I just made it up. Let's say you have picocyosis Lyme disease, and there's a doctor in Italy who specializes in picocyosis Lyme disease, and he has a really high success rate of helping people with picocyosis Lyme disease. No other doctors in the world specialize in this. He's the only guy. Now, again, would you rather go see your family doctor, a generalist, to help you get rid of picocyosis Lyme disease? Or would you rather go to that specialist? Yeah, he's in Italy, but dude has a crazy good track record of getting rid of picocyosis Lyme disease. You're going to go to the doctor in Italy. Even though he's further away, he probably costs a lot more money. He offers a highly promising result, right? Pain-free living. Very quantifiable. He's going to get that tick out of you. He's going to get that health issue gone for you. Pain scale is going to go from a 10 out of 10 down to like a freaking 2 out of 10. You feel amazing. You're going to go to him because he's niche, he's specialized. So that picocyosis Lyme disease doctor, he doesn't help that many people, he doesn't help that many types of people. He helps people specifically with picocyosis Lyme disease, but the people he does help, he can get a really good result for them. And because he's so specialized, he's booked for the next 6 months. So sorry, you can't even go see him until the next 6 months. That's how booked up he is. So that's what I mean. When you decide to help less people, you actually help more people because you're so much more attractive. Taking all the rays of all the power of the sunlight, and rather than just blasting it at the earth like that, like you and I can go stand under the sun for freaking 3-4 hours before we start to sunburn. But if we take a magnifying glass and we harness that sun power and on a spot on our skin, we can burn our skin within a matter of seconds. That's the power of niching down. Okay, one niche down. Pick a niche. Don't be afraid of niching really, really far down. Like you can pick like vegan women or vegan husbands or vegan parents or vegan golfers. Like you can really niche down. Do not be afraid to niche down. Next, does your offer fit in one of these three categories? Is it a health-related offer? Is it a wealth-related offer? Or is it a happiness-related offer? Happiness is typically relationship-related, love-related. Wealth is typically make money or save money offer. And when I say make money or save money, I mean your offer, does it help chiropractors get more clients? Does it help entrepreneurs make their sales process easier? Does it help? Does it help companies retain clients better? Like, is it somehow tied to somebody or something making or saving money? I saw a great offer the other day. It was like, we help entrepreneurs save at least $10,000 a year come tax season. We help entrepreneurs like write off practically every expense, turn into business expenses. And the program sold for like $1,000. So you pay them $1,000, they'll help you save $10,000 every year. It's a no-brainer offer. The next category is health. So is it like fitness related? Is it beauty related? Is it internally health related, like digestion, or could be mental health? It's fit in one of these three categories. Next, do you have a unique name for your approach to the method of choice? So let's say your method of choice is a plant-based diet. A unique name for the method of choice is like the 80-10-10 diet. Perfect example. Doug just made that name up. It didn't exist before. The concept existed, but he just coined the term 80-10-10 diet. And it blew up. It's so obvious what it means. It's very quantifiable. 80% carbs, 10% fat, 10% protein. That name is so catchy. It's so awesome. And without a name like that, like if Doug just said, I help people eat raw foods, he would just be another raw food teacher. But because he came out with an amazing book called the 80-10-10 diet, and he broke it down, very quantifiable, it sold very well. It still sells very well to this day. Amazing book. So do you have a unique name for your approach to the method of choice? Next, can you show and do you show evidence? More importantly, do you actually show evidence and proof of this method working? Doug Graham's book, I'll use as an example because it's right there. Tons of proof, tons of evidence in that book to show that this diet works very well. Got to show evidence. You got to show proof of it working. And Doug's category was health. Very specialized for the niche. He typically was helping, vegans and raw foodists, and especially athletes. Of course, there's similar offers out there already. Tons of books about health and plant-based living. Quantifiable end result, a lot of different ones in that book, definitely. And then he was promising a ton of different results. He was promising like a sexy-looking body, pain-free living, better health, happiness, longer life, a lot of good promises in that book. So does your offer stack, now here's his next key. And by the way, it's a book. If Doug had a course, which he doesn't, but he probably should. If Doug had a course, oh my God, man, he would do very, very well having a course. If you have a course, you need an offer stack to make it a highly lucrative offer. And an offer stack that, more specifically, replaces at least five objections that people have with empowering beliefs. So let's say, again, we're on Doug's book, so we'll use this as a topic. In case you're wondering, by the way, Dr. Doug Graham. And the reason I call him Doug is because we're friends, but he goes by Dr. Doug. But does your offer stack replace at least 5 objections with empowering limiting beliefs? So in Doug's case, if Doug had an offer stack, a limiting belief people would have would be, I get cold. I get too cold in the winter to eat raw, right? That's limiting belief that's going to prevent people from eating raw. Another objection would be, it's too expensive to eat raw. We'll just start with those two examples, but just know there's like 5 other really good ones that we could probably pick. So Doug, in his offer stack, which is basically just a list of items that you're giving when people sign up for your program, in Doug's offer stack, he would address these top objections, and he'd think, okay, if people are too cold to eat raw in the winter, and that's the excuse they're giving me for not buying my program, I'm just going to give them something in the program that eliminates that excuse and that objection. So Doug would say, you're also going to get, as part of the program, you're going to get my warming raw food winter delight meal plan or something. Horrible name, by the way. Doug would probably come up with something better. But a warming raw food winter delight meal plan with 50 or whatever, with 50 delicious warming meals to eat during the winter, whatever, something like that. Okay, that's one thing he's going to give you, and the other thing he's going to give you in the program is raw food on a budget. Top 100 $5 raw food meals over 750 calories per meal. There we go. So he's going to show you for $5 how to have a 750 calorie meal, which means if you're eating, let's say, 3,000 calories, you're going to need to spend $20 a day. That's about right. $20 a day on raw food. Maybe it's even cheaper. Maybe, I don't know. It's just an example, but maybe you can go like, how to live on a raw food diet for less than $10 a day. Whole module on how to do it for less than $10 a day. Now they can't bring up the excuse it's too expensive. He'll show you how to do it for $10 a day. Enjoyably. Okay. Very important. The offer stack replaces at least 5 of the top objections with empowering beliefs. Like, now I can do it for $10 a day, and now I can actually stay warm in the winter. You go through enough of those, they're going to have no objections left over. They're going to have to buy the program if they want the end result, because they can really want the end result, but there's a ton of objections that are getting in the way. They're not going to buy it. So you got to make sure you have a highly desirable result and an offer stack that wipes out all those objections that come up. Next, and lastly, is your offer wrapped in an emotionally compelling story, or stories, plural? Because as we know, facts tell, but stories sell. And when I never used to use stories to sell, I would just go fact. Nothing would sell well. People were like, yeah, cool as Ted, sounds great, but no thanks. Then once I started incorporating my story, boom, sale. I was like, what's happening? Why is everyone buying? Because I started telling my story of how I overcame certain obstacles on a raw food diet and how I was stuck at one point. Now I had limiting beliefs, now how I overcame them. So rather than telling people how to think and what to think, I just told them about my story and how I overcame these things and how I started seeing the world differently and what made me want to go raw. And by me sharing my story, humans, since we're wired for stories, we're very empathetic. When we hear someone else's story, their story becomes our story. And when your story becomes someone else's story, your offer becomes their only solution. I'll say that again. When your story is an emotional story, it's going to become somebody else's story. Because humans, we're emotional creatures and we're wired for stories, right? So when your story becomes someone else's story, your offer becomes their only solution. This is because this is the solution that you wish you had. It would have made this so much easier for you at the very start, right? So that's it, everyone. These are the 9 keys to a highly lucrative offer. I hope you enjoyed this little video here. If you want more help, head over to tedcarclass.com. I've created a free in-depth training for you, showing you how to create a profitable online course business for yourself. If you want to see how I tell my story and how I wrap my offer up in a story, I do it with an automated webinar, which you can check out at tedcarclass.com. Go through it, take notes, dissect it slide by slide, see how I do it. And if you want some help creating your own offer and launching your own program, then at the end of the film at tedcarclass.com, you can actually book a call with myself or someone on my team, and we can go through your offer and see if we can help you either get clear on it or if we can help you launch something awesome. So if we think you have a highly lucrative offer, we will work with you. If not, we'll let you know. Either way, it'll be a great use of your time and probably the most valuable hour of your time if you can book that call and get in. Spots are limited. Our calendar does fill up, so make sure you do that ASAP. And yeah, we'll see you inside. Hope this was helpful. Peace, much love. Adios.